Hola y bienvenidos estudiantes. Thanks again for choosing me as your Spanish tutor. Today we're going to be talking about Ankiapp and how exactly we're going to use it. I've got a free version because most of the people I work with either have iPhones or Androids as smartphones, and so that's what we'll be using, and I will show you exactly what that app looks like. Today I'll be talking through how to actually use the app, so how to add cards, how to make those cards, such as pictures, audio, text, how to log in and make an account. Second, we're going to be talking about the types of cards that we can make, and then third, how to study those. What can we do to make studying the most efficient as possible? Let's go ahead and get started here. What we're going to do first is make sure that you have an account. If you've already had lessons with me, you can go ahead and skip. I'll probably have in the description where the different segments of the video goes. But for right now, we're going to start with the setting up an account. So I've got the web address is web.ankiapp.com. I've seen that Chrome just works in general better than most other browsers, so I highly recommend Chrome. Right now what you're going to do is sign up. It's pretty fast. Go ahead and put your email. So I've got my testing email. I'll type my password in a couple times. Sign up. And so I think, while it's waiting here, I think Ankiapp is extremely powerful. It's basically an app that helps you remember what cards you don't remember and which cards you do remember. And so it brings up the cards that you don't remember more than the cards that you do remember. So that's why honesty is key here, and I'll be talking about that in a little bit. However, now we've got an account all set up and ready to roll. So once we're here, we're going to go ahead and click below here, so the plus sign, because we have not yet made a deck. You can ignore this Welcome to Ankiapp deck. Go ahead and go to the bottom screen. And by the way, this layout looks exactly the same as the phone layout. So if you have the app, which I highly recommend, they sync together. This looks exactly the same, so it's not going to be... I'm doing it on the computer because it's easiest to make cards on a computer, whereas when you're studying, most of the time you're going to be on your phone just because you are out and about, things like that. So we're going to go ahead and press the plus sign down below here to make a new deck. So we're going to click New Deck, and it depends on what kind of deck you want, depends on which month of tutoring you're in. If you're in the first month, you'll probably make a deck for pronunciation and kind of practice with the audio. Whereas if you're in second month, it's going to be vocab, and third month, it's going to be grammar structures. Let's just say we're practicing vocab. That's going to be the easiest and kind of the best way to think about things starting now. So 625 word list, let's just say. So I've got a 625 most common words list, which is really useful. I use the website, and I've got them pulled up now, but a few books that I really highly recommend are Fluent Forever. This is his website here. The Mimic Method, it's not a book, it's actually a blog, and also he has courses. If I were to ever learn any other language right now, like French for example, this would be the first thing that I do. And then also a book that I'm reading currently that I think is really good is Fluent in 3 Months. And so those are just a few of the things, along with my linguistics studies that I've had in the past, I think are some really good tools. But what we're going to do right now is use that 625 word list that I'll probably share with you if you're my tutoring student. If you haven't already, you can contact me for that. So 625 word list, I should say, or whatever you want to call it. All right, so we're going to save it. And there we go. We've got our deck saved, but we have no cards. So right now, I just want to show you how to put pictures, audio, and text in so that you know how to do that. Okay, so the first thing is text. Go ahead and just click the box below or above, and you can type whatever you want. Okay, so that's what that will look like. We'll get into different types of cards later, but pretty simple. The only thing that I would say is I've had troubles putting in accents, and so the best thing that I would do is just make if you're spelling out a word, if it's accented, go ahead and just make it uppercase. Okay, that's accented over the second A. Okay, so that's the same for the Nye as well. Just go ahead and put an uppercase A. All right, so that's text. Next is going to be audio. What we use for my tutoring sessions, if you're my tutoring sessions, best or a great place to get individual audios from native speakers is forvo.com. Okay. So you're going to have to make an account. I'm already logged in here, but it's very simple again. Once you just make your account, you might have to confirm it in your email. You can just go to your Gmail, like I have here, click confirm, and then you come back in here and it should be good to go. And so this is what you'll have and what it'll look like normally. Okay, so what you're going to do is go ahead and click, type a word that you want to practice. So let's just say we're practicing the word gato. Gato. Okay, you're going to get a list of, make sure it's in Spanish first of all, that's a big point. Up here are the languages, and there's some overlaps. For example, a lot of overlap in Portuguese, different languages. So make sure that it's in Spanish. Second, I want you to click on the word first, not the play symbol on the left. So the word that's right here, there's 19 pronunciations. So we're going to click that. And below, there's 19 pronunciations from a few different countries. So what we want to do is just click the clearest one. It really doesn't matter. Just click the clearest one. Most of them are going to be just fine, especially for simple nouns like this. Okay, so I'm just going to click one. Gato. Looks perfect. What you're going to do at this point is go ahead and click the down button right below the audio. So the down button right here just means downloading. Okay, so download that. If you're on a Mac, it's probably going to pop up in the top right corner, whereas for PC, Windows, it's going to be on the bottom left here. But it's in my downloads folder. It works the same for Macs as well. And so I'm going to go back into my Ankiapp. I've got the audio downloaded. I'm going to go back into my Ankiapp. Let's put it on the front for the sake of practice right now. Okay, so the front side is the word in Spanish, and then the back side is the audio. And so what you're going to do is click this audio button right here. Okay, so that is audio on the phone. You cannot add audio, but you can listen to it. So just keep that in mind as you're moving forward. Go ahead and click the audio button. Find that in your downloads. I've got a lot. You won't have as many just because you haven't been doing this for as long as I have. But I'm going to go ahead and find, what's the word that I used? Gato. So I'm going to look for gato, double click that, and boom, I've got the audio. Gato. Sounds perfect. Okay, so what I'm going to do from there is save that. So let's just pretend like that was a word. Okay, so I've got one card in my deck, but let's just say I want to edit that. Okay, so I'm going to go over here, click the three buttons to the top right in order to see. So I'm going to just go all the way back home. So let's just say we've finished all of our deck and I want to edit my deck and add audio. Pictures. What we're going to do is going to go to this at the bottom where it says decks, the second one to the left, or from the left. Okay, and we're going to go ahead and click on our 625 word list. We're going to say edit deck. Oh, I'm sorry, not edit deck, cards. So view cards, and then click up here on the new button, so to the top right. Okay, so we can make a new deck or a new card in this deck. However, I want to actually make or edit this gato card that I have here. Okay, so we have the word and we have the audio. It's really good for pronunciation. I think that learning Spanish, as far as the meaning and comprehending what it is, having a picture and then having the word on back is the best way to memorize these cards in general. So I'm going to go ahead and edit it, and I'm just going to leave it here for right now just for the sake of speed. go to Google, type in cat, whatever you think of when you think of cat. So I don't necessarily have a story or anything, but a funny picture that I could connect with would be this, whatever. So I'll view this image. If it loads here, oh, it's loaded. So I'm going to go ahead and save this image as, save it. So I'm just going to say gato, put it on my desktop because that's easiest. So it's saved on my desktops. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and go into Ankiapp, click the picture button now. So the picture button is right to the left, top left here on the top card. You can also do it on the bottom if you want, but for right now we're just going to do it to the top. Okay, I'm going to click the top. And I'm going to find that picture. So let's just see here. Oh, I'm not in desktop. There it is. Gato, there it is. Perfect. Okay, so we've got a picture, we've got the word, and we've got the audio. Okay, so that is how you make the cards. At this point, there are a few different ways that we can do different cards, and I want to talk about specifically how to make these cards and the types. Number one would be like learning meaning and practicing your production. So on the front side, you're going to have a picture. Okay, so we just practice putting in a picture from Google Images. And then on the back, you're going to have the Spanish word or the audio from forvo.com, which is what I showed you previously. You can also practice for spelling, so a good way to do that is to just flip the order on those. So instead of having the word and the audio on back, you'll have the audio and the picture on front, so you'll listen to it and see it. And then on the back, you'll have the Spanish word where you can practice your spelling, which is huge because you're putting together sounds and spelling, which is what we do really fast in English, but that's what you have to do in order to listen well. We're not practicing spelling, we're practicing, yes, we are practicing spelling, but the main reason we do that is to actually practice our listening and to listen to the sounds that we're bringing in so that we can create meaning out of them, and that's going to help you with your listening comprehension. As far as studying tips, I would say the best tip to start would be honest with yourself. On your cards here, let's just pretend like we're reviewing. So I'm going to go all the way home, go into the deck as if I was studying the deck, and click review. So the best thing, so I'm just going to go ahead and say, oh, forgot what gato means, okay? I've got the picture, but I still can't remember, okay? Usually I would have the text on back probably, but whatever you're trying to remember, maybe it's pronunciation. You're going to go ahead and flip, okay? If you get it wrong, say fail. If you got it right with no hesitation, say good, okay? So that'll keep track for you. And then you can keep practicing as you have more cards, obviously. So that just about wraps it up. As far as studying goes, I would say don't say excellent anytime. You should also make sure that you are studying 20 to 50 cards at the same time. And you can, just like I showed you, you can edit your decks however you want to. There's other things that you can do, but these are the main things that I will be using for my lessons. You can always let me know if you have any issues. Contact me as far as that goes. But it's a great tool for memorizing large amounts of words, which is what you want to do. If you can start especially with the 625 word list, if you can learn those words, you can communicate about 75% of what you want to say in the language, or any language for that matter. But for Spanish, even if you don't have perfect grammar, it's going to work great for that. And you can also use this for learning any language, so it's a fantastic tool. Thank you for watching, and good luck studying.